Winner is in, loser is out of the playoffs. This is for the 8th seed. There's no 10 and 9 seed, so winner's in, loser's out. Who will win this one? Stay tuned to find out.
Standing 6'8", number 44, Robert Williams. Welcome everyone, let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Hey Kevin, thank you.
If the Celtics win, however, they could go up as much as to the 2 seed.
And Jaylen Brown.
But with a loss, they could be out of the playoffs.
Brown said, Coach Brad Stevens
They
doesn't
will be
allow
out of the
He
playoffs,
draws up the play and says Jaylen.
Bucks lose, they're out. Bucks win, they
Look
could
at
make
each other like,
get
all right, bro. One of us is going to get the bucket. It doesn't even matter. Kevin, back to you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding look in the East. Taking a look at Boston. Advantage in one series.
Tampa won
And
earlier today. They have not updated it yet.
And I think for Milwaukee, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
No, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Okoro out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Robinson, and it's Bryan in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, Young is out there with Smart. Then it's Tatum, then it's Williams. And it's Rusley in at the 3. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Floats it up for Williams. Great, so much excitement. The final game of the regular season is here.
You know, be it the playoffs, for those lottery teams, maybe a nice family vacation. There's always a silver lining for everybody.
Right. They can play 2K, too, if they're not in the playoffs, right? That one, no good. Giannis, Tatum on him. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And he drops that one in.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a 3-point game. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Robinson with it. Williams picks him up. From deep 3-point range. And another 3 for Milwaukee. First quarter, just over a minute played. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nailed from 3-point land.
When you hit a 3 on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
Here's Bryan. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Tatum on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. A nice shot by Tatum.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Traps in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Young with no one around. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You start getting the feeling that Trae Young is going to be one of those guys that once he gets into his 3-point motion, count it.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heat that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch. So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Here's a Okoro, and another three for Milwaukee.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Tatum, that's for two, and another basket for Boston.
And he just lulls the defense to sleep at times with his handle before pulling up. You can't back off this guy. That's just inviting trouble.
And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Out of their last 5 mates, how about all 5 from long range?
Young finds Smart. Back to Young. From 10 feet out, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Young's got 8 points. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Bryan. Connects from three-point range.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Isaac Okoro.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low-post scoring threats. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. In the 3rd spot, Jason Tatum.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Well, you're building a team. The foundation starts here. Big men who can dominate a game offensively in the low post. Every franchise would like to have one, and this is the cream of the crop.
Bucks leading by 9. Here's Bryan. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far, that's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And here's Tatum for 3. Good. A nice assist for Williams. Tatum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Celtics. Here's Bryan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 21 points in the game.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And now look at Jason Tatum here. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Averaging 22 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
A shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around with the second effort, and it's good on the way up.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. How's the last month of basketball been for him? 3rd in blocks. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. And stolen by Tatum. Williams passes to Tatum. Young left side. And the layup is good. Young's got 10.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Milwaukee has possession. Leading by 12. From the wing. And he connects with the jumper.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
For the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Milwaukee leading by 11. Here's Bryan, and he's good on the three ball.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Smart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
I think he gets as much talk, not just about his shot selection, but his playmaking.
Milwaukee with the ball. Lets the three fly, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder.
Wow.
You know who that was.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
So it's Milwaukee finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So if anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they got, Antetokounmpo is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Okoro, and it's Bryan in at the point guard.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Williams, following the 3 by Milwaukee, shoots over DiVincenzo. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 6 points.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
They get it again. Giannis kicks to Okoro. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Okoro's got his second basket of the night. Boston's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day, and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. That none of it feels like an exaggeration.
Here's Bryant. And another three for Milwaukee.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Young dishes to Smart. Poke loose. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Smart. 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they'll cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
And that one drops for him.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. Number 1, the Celtics.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
The 11-footer, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
What's his name is? What's Middleton? Where's Middleton?
And let's check out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. He's right around 29 points a night, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Trae Young. Tops in scoring, 7th in assists, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And they double up Giannis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Milwaukee now. Lets it go from 14.
No. Okay.
Rebound by
We
Williams.
still got the 6-9.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Launches a 3, and Smart with the basket on the assist by Williams. Smart's got 5.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting a 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
.127 left in the first half of basketball. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Okoro. The tray. Knocks down the 3 ball. 9 points in the game so far.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
And here's Young from the arc.
Oh no,
And
we have
again, Boston
72.
with the triple.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 32 points for him last game against Atlanta.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And here's Young, following the 3-pointer by Antetokounmpo.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
2 points, that one goes.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. And a deep 3 from Young. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Unloads, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And here's Young. 26 points for him last game again. Hits the 3-point bomb. Young's got 31 points.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Smart. Try smart.
Young for 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
That's Trae Young's role out there to score and score often.
And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
That's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What made him worthy of that distinction? And would you please, for the audience, say his last name?
Anyway,
Say the last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Go, see you go again. Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
But even it's Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. Got it.
Anyway,
He can fly.
What about him?
Oh, but listen, he doesn't settle. He goes at you, he dominates inside. Antetokounmpo. I will say it real quick.
Wow, that was actually pretty good.
Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna leave it as that.
Antetokounmpo. 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 Got it.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So it's the Bucks now. Trae Young is out there with Brown. Then it's Williams. Then it's Tatum. And it's Wesley in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5.
He shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Shot on the way. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up with the Celtics. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Bucks leading by 23. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Big play defensively. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Tatum, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. These are the NBA's Swiss Army knife. Hit Manu. Give you a little bit of everything, including assists. These are the best passing centers and power forwards since the All-Star break. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Well, an offense that's unpredictable can be tough to guard. The ball doesn't go into the low post and never come out. It keeps moving thanks to their passing ability and playing unselfish basketball.
And here is a Okoro following Jaylen Brown's 3. And Brown over to help. 6 to shoot. Now here's Okoro, covered by Wesley. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Aguilar. You know, winning that championship as you did great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Score 87-69.
Oh, ouch. So it's Boston now, following the 3 by Milwaukee, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Bucks leading by 18. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Brown. Averaging about 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Cans it from downtown. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. The pass to DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Floats it up for Giannis. That one's not going to go. Celtics trail by 15. Brown outside. No good. Shot missing. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Giannis against Williams. Here's Aguilar. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. The second chance effort. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. Can't get the layup. The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from that. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Leslie. Milwaukee has gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Here's DiVincenzo. Williams with the block.
the reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooter. And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Corner shot, and the basket is good. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Now Young, he has 40. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 11. So the wing on the left. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Brown wide open, 85. And again, Boston with the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Brown's got 18 points in the game.
And you aren't going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. He is simply on a tear.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. There's 18 seconds left in the third. From deep. He can't get that one. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Celtics trail by 11. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Dante DiVincenzo is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Okoro, and it's Aguilar at the one spot.
He needs to keep hitting from downtown, but Williams knows he has to make this on a consistent basis.
Here's DiVincenzo, following the three-pointer by Boston.
Well, he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times. Not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of a swagger back.
Now, here's Okoro, covered by Wesley, and stolen by Tatum. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about a minute into it. Rebounded by the Bucks.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Aguilar. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Williams with the ball. Tatum down low. The three That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Here's DiVincenzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Throw drops for DiVincenzo. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Celtics trail by 6. And here's Brown outside. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Here's Young. And here's Tatum for 3. That shot off. Bucks leading by 3. On his left side, Milwaukee. No good that time either.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes to pass now here in the 4th. And he gets the bucket.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Brown's got 27.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's a Okoro.
We have breaking news. LeBron James announced he's going to retire next year from basketball and be heading to the NFL.
Just clamped it.
Young from outside.
He will be playing for the
He is
Dallas
It
Cowboys.
matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
All sorts of time.
That is big news right here.
Great
Just
floor away, and this says
coming
it's
right now
has a sense for when
in
the D
the
has
final day of
overcommitted or shifted
NBA.
his way.
We'll
and
get
then he
more feet
finds
on
where
that
his
later.
teammate is open on the
Stay
floor.
tuned to find out more.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. And it's good, 2 points. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Young fires away from outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Passes to Aguilar. Pocket 6. Out to the right wing. Shoots. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And here's Boston. They're
This
on a
is the
17-7
playoff.
run.
It's a 1-point game.
Here's Young.
Trying to one out the clock.
It's Wesley on the wing. Over Aguilar. The offensive rebound. Here's Williams. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. A 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. Back in, coming off the assist from Young. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Now, here is Young. For three. Buries it from outside.
The nerves on this guy.
Each of them.
Down from this moment here, when the game is
One
close,
famous
he
thing
kicks
against
it up a
Xbox,
notch.
I'll never
Bucks have
forget.
gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Young with the steal.
I think it might have been 15 to
41 seconds left in the fourth
see if I can
quarter.
get that.
Money!
And this young guy relishes the pressure, stepping up there, confident in the clutch.
Looking to end the run. It counts! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better. A three and nothing but a three will do here.
This is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Young from deep three-point range. Can't get the three to fall.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And taken away by Brown. And so they foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
So neither attempt will fall that time frame. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.